the venue that's had plenty of success come through it since the mid-2010s, as well as a few Lombardi trophies. It's GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today, a battle out of the AFC between the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. On the Ravens sideline, a look at their head coach. His guys sporting an unblemished 3-0 record so far. Leading the opposing sideline, a man who needs little introduction. That's Chiefs head coach Andy Reid. His guys with the crowd at their backs, and things only going to get louder once this game begins.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's going to be Harrison Butker to get us started. And we're rolling from rainy Arrowhead Stadium. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
As a QB in this league, if you're going to finish a game with no touchdowns on that side of the stat sheet, well, you better finish it with no interceptions as well. Even if last week was an uneventful contest for him throwing the football, he did what he needed to do to help them come away with the most important stat, the win. Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be third and longer. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. To the air on 3rd and long. This one's to Andrews out right. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Trying down the middle of Henry. And he rocks that tackler. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. First down, and they go right back to it. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So he can only get back to the line. His defense all over this one. That's a nice quick correction for this front block. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. As his man, it's DeAndre Hopkins. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
DC, right? 3rd down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. Putting the tight end in motion. Turning to Henry on 3rd. Trying to plow ahead for the first. Can't even get back to the line. That brings up 4th down.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
He's going to punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. He bunted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. So here are the Chiefs out on offense for their first drive. And leading them as he always does, a quarterback seeking his 4th consecutive Super Bowl appearance and a 4th Super Bowl title. It's Patrick Mahomes.
Hey, it wasn't a banner game he had last week, stuff in the stat sheet, but still one that falls squarely into the good territory. Got a couple touchdowns to make up for the 1 interception, and his effort was enough to be one of the pillars in their win. There's certainly some momentum to build on today.
We're going to look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Right back to Pacheco. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And that's a Chiefs first down.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down. But instead, they move the chains. And that is one disheartening look on that defense.
This is a heater going deep. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. And we're seeing this more and more these days, mixing some deep looks into that opening script. Brock test all levels of the secondary. They held up there.
Yeah, and it's not going to be the last time this defense will be tested. This group likes to push the ball down the field. They answered the call that time.
Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Travis Kelce. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Yellow!
They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. He's going to keep his balance long enough to get ahead for a gain of 5. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
2nd down run by Pacheco. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Pressure coming from Mahomes. Jump off caught by his back. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
They'll run it with Pacheco. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
It's a gain of 8. That's another Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
That down and distance tells you pass. More than likely, you're going to get man-to-man coverage, and your passing game is more effective. But I love that call. And the trust and the belief you have in your run game that even that down and distance, you can still get the first.
And this drives him back out of field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for loss of yardage.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. Hits him on the end route. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. Well, when your opponent fails to act, Brock, you want to capitalize, right? And they are moving like a team ready to provide us with our first point to this game.
Yeah, pretty lackluster start there, Kate, from their opponents. You got a golden opportunity to immediately take control as they convert to stay on the field.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Still 10 to go. Second down now from the 23.
Second and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing again, Mahomes. That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. He's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
It's Pacheco on 3rd. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down.
3rd and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push, and we will move the sticks.
And all their pressure gets it done. That's a sack on 4th down as they force the turnover.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. A draw now. This is Henry. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice game. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Finds him over the middle. And some excellent work to drive him all the way up past the 30-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Baltimore.
We've finished one quarter in what's still a scoreless game. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. Back at beginning the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They've got a first to begin the frame. Zone read, they'll hand off to Henry. And he manages to find a little traction on that Soaks field as he fights forward for a couple. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Another run for Henry. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
Well, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down. They'll throw. 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Ravens.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
No.
It's Henry on the counter. He's going to keep his balance long enough to get ahead for a gain of 5. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Lamar's going to keep this one. He gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop it. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Pass it down close. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
2 more yards. That's another Baltimore 1st down. 1st and goal, Baltimore.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Hey, middle.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone on 1st. And he makes the play at full extension. That's a touchdown. The Ravens get the game's 1st points here in the 2nd. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
That is Tyler Luke now on for the extra point. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And they add one on to their 1st touchdown of the contest. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. It's Brashard Smith now with the return. Shoots away from one. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
Their own 29-yard line.
Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10.
I don't need to.
It gives it Pacheco to start the drive. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. He gets 16 yards on that play. And it's going to be 1st down, Kansas City.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offensive confidence.
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, You have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. A designed run. Jackson keeping it. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
At the 21-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Henry. Well, he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
3rd down, Chiefs going with a dive. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. Has his man, it's cut by Andrews. And this is brought to a stop up at, say, the 34-yard line there. Give him 13 on that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore 1st.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. From the gun, a run for Henry. That played good for, looks like about 6. 2nd down upcoming.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Running once more with Henry. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Give to Henry on the inside handoff. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
This is Henry on 2nd. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB is going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
Will this drive continue? Here comes 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. And set up the screen for Henry. On 3rd down, they wind up going the wrong way. That one goes backwards.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the 1st, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Jordan Stout on now to punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. Begins his return at the 16. Escapes the defender. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Pacheco. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and at times stuffing the run.
Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. They go play action. It's Mahomes. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Throw here, 3rd down. That's a catch. Looks like he's in bounds. Good effort, but still short of the first.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. And we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. Stick around. More from Arrowhead on the other side. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Jackson throwing here. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it, right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball, and they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
Jackson trying again on 2nd down. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 and the 31.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
On 3rd down, Chiefs going with a nickel. Henry's going to try to pick it up. And ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Here's Jordan Stouts coming on again to punt. Smith back to receive it. He's got it. That's going to be a 1st and more. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. The counter give here to Pacheco. And he's able to stay on his feet through that run, at least until the tackle stops him. He picked up close to 4. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
1st down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Throwing for the end zone. And the defender comes away with it. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. So we have a one-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. This, the first official Sunday of fall, the final week before byes kick in. A full schedule of 16 games on tap. Let's roll. Our journey through the NFL starts now. In Tampa, the Buccaneers at home to take on the defending champs, the Philadelphia Eagles. And this is Devontae Smith. He had his way with the defense from beginning to end. How about 4 touchdown catches in the game? Next up, why don't we go to Foxborough and check in on the Patriots? They're playing host to the Carolina Panthers. And this is the Panthers wideout. Well done here. It's a touchdown. The Panthers get back to 500 at 2-2 with the road win. Lastly, let's go to Atlanta. It's the Falcons hosting the Washington Commanders. And here's the Falcons wideout. It's fired deep downfield. He's right there to secure it. This will be a 70-yard touchdown catch. The Falcons bounce back from the loss in Week 3. They move to 3-1 with the W. With that, time to look at the rest of the action here in Week 4 as we wrap up the first month of the season. Meanwhile, in our game, just 1 touchdown on the board. 7-0 is the score as we hand it back over to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's got a lane up past the 30. And an excellent effort there. Sets him up almost at midfield.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this third phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
Bails out of the pocket quick. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Yellow.
To the air, Mahomes. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. And they're going to drop him to end the return, but this turnover isn't going to stand. We've got flags at the spot right where he picked it off. So the turnover, Brock, is in turn turned over after pass interference on that play. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. They'll run here following the penalty. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Mahomes. Flushed out of the pocket. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down. I'll air it out on third. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Looking for Travis Kelce that time. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it. What a season this guy is having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure a nice little run to set the table.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
First down carry, got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Flying down the middle with Henry. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You know what I love about that play call? It was simple. Nobody overthinking on the sideline or out on the field. Just an offense going to work and moving those chains.
They've got first down here from the 36. Going with King Henry here. And he's able to stay on his feet through that run, at least until the tackle stops him. He picked up close to 4. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
On 2nd down, here's Henry again. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Changing it up here, Jackson. It's complete. Play made by Bateman. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot! Sit hot! Sit hot!
Tight end going in motion here. On 1st and 10, it's Henry. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Now a run with Henry. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Brought down by Nick Bolton. A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
Play number 8 of this drive, and it's 8 that they need here on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. That one is is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Dude, I've talked to you over the years of the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are smaller. On third down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
The Ravens getting ready for the punt. Jordan Stout's the one to send it away. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10.
Yellow. Yellow.
Play action, Mahomes. He rolls to his right. He's running with it. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
2nd down run by Pacheco. They're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Yellow.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. 2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Ravens get him. Down he goes. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
Well, even the toughest in the league to catch could still be caught at times. It just takes a defense that's determined and relentless. And the real big key, when you get that split second, you got to take advantage of that opportunity. Defense just did.
Third and long for Mahomes. He's trying to push the field. Brought in inside the 20. And this is all the way to the 13-yard line.
It's a gain of 55. And the Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs take a 3rd quarter lead. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Ravens 7. Harrison Butker to kick off for
Butker on now to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Lamar off the play fake. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
It's second down and 10.
Man in motion, out of the slot. This one set up for Lamar. We call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end, Brock. It's third down.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Jackson now on third. He's able to hit Flowers, caught. And this is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Jackson keeping it himself. And he works it down inside the 40. That's a run of 8.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. They run it with King Henry. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
All set now. First and 10. Another run for Henry. He did well to shake off one tackle partner, but the next one got him. He's going to lose yards. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Back to the line they come, second down. Now Jackson. We've got a screen to the running back. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line. We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's the Ravens' ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. The Chiefs adding a man to their secondary for this third down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Driving across the 15-yard line. And he has it all the way down to the 8. So a timely moment for a big play, and they get the first on third and 19.
Baltimore first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll run here with Henry. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for third and goal. Lamar now from the gun. Into traffic, complete. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I could think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
Tracking for it, and it's good! And in the fourth quarter, that's going to tie the game.
After I'd imagined dozens and dozens of kicks into that net on the sideline staying warm, Kate, he finally gets his chance. Got the field goal through the uprights, and of course, he wasn't going to whiff on that opportunity.
Here's Smith on the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. In that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Yellow, yellow.
It gives to Pacheco to start the drive. This is tough running with this weather out there, but he keeps the feet moving, gains 3. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Back to Pacheco here on 2nd. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And that's a Chiefs 1st down.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. First down, and they go right back to it. It's nice running there on that 7-yard gain. Make it 2nd down. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop it, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you could feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
Buying some time right. This is cut downfield by Rice. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 45 yards. And a Kansas City Chiefs 1st down.
They'll run. Pacheco. He's got them down at the doorstep inside the 5. It'll be a gain of 5, and they've got 2nd and goal now from the 3.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
Here's Hunt up the middle. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal.
Hey, 43, 15. Yellow.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. And he hauls that one in. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take a 4th quarter lead. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Butker to try the point after. Got a good play in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Here's Wester on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. And they're taking the field knowing that they need a touchdown here, Brock. More pressure on them now than they've had any drive so far this game.
Well, our colleague, Charles Davis, has a line for a spot just like this. Pressure, they can burst pipes, but can also create diamonds. Let's see what the outcome of this pressure is going to be.
On a quick. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Alpha, sit on. 180. 180.
It's an option right that begins this drive. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Motion the slot man right. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Middle.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Henry. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he puts some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road, and what looked like a very plain play.
This is Henry on second. There's a small seam. That's good for 5. Make it 3rd down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Turning to Henry on 3rd. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Running once more with Henry. And he manages to find a little traction on that search field as he fights forward for a couple. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Takes off right out of the read option. He finds space, middle of the field. And he is down to the 30-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Ravens losing by 7. So first and 10 now from the 30. From the pistol, Henry. And he's able to stay on his feet through that run, at least until the tackle stops him. He picked up close to 4. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
4 yards on that first down run. Here. Give on the counter. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the first down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10. Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. He finds him 6 yards on that first down run. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Here's Mitchell again. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9, all the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Now to throw. And he brings it in. Touchdown. A big decision coming up for him now.
Touchdown, Baltimore.
So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the 4th. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Chiefs offense out to take over. And even with some time left, Brock, a long ways to go to get into range for a game winner. They're going to need to move it in a hurry. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. He put everything he's got behind it. And they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that first down throw, swatted away by the defense.